Hello, everybody. This is Ava with my brainy mess. How is everybody? I'm good. Can't complain. I know, guys, I have been a long time since I've been on here, and I so much apologize. I have had medical things going from you know where. I mean, it has been like one thing after another, and all this, like from Sunday to Wednesday, I have been prepping for a medical procedure, and it has been very grueling and ugh, I don't even want to talk about it, but everything's okay. The tests and everything are fine, and but they are going to test me for celiac disease. I don't think I have it, but you know, you never know these days. And if that's the case, then I'll just have to watch my gluten. You know how that goes. So I'm not too worried about it at this point, but everything else is fine. I had a throat thing going, and I did a throat swallow test. That went okay. And I did a throat scope. That's fine. The problem is I've been having a hard time swallowing. And I think a lot of my swallowing issues now is just sinus related and just the mucus and phlegm of that mess. But anyway, but I've had to deal with that, and that's all behind me. But next week, I'm going to be busy again as well. I have D group Tuesday. I have a doctor's appointment Wednesday, which is to do with my psoriasis, trying to deal with that issue. Thursday, I work the gallery. Thursday morning, I work the gallery. And Friday morning, I work the gallery. Next, and the week after that, Monday, I have, I think I have Remicade, if I'm not mistaken. Or I have another, I don't know. You know, I think I'm okay all the week after that until Friday. And I have a bone density scan I think I have to do. And then the following Monday, I have Remicade again. I don't know. I'm just, it's constantly busy. Constantly. Anyway, being that said, today we're going to do Cat Hands Mixed Media Morsel Edgewise. I want to show y'all what I have been doing. If y'all haven't been looking on my Facebook, I'm still trying to go through the Mastering Art, Mastering Mixed Media through the Tamara Laporte expo that she did. And I had bought the whole kit and caboodle, so I'm trying to go through each one of the artist tutorials to learn different techniques. And boy, I have been really learning a lot of techniques. Let me. I accidentally hit my pause button. Excuse me. Okay. Remind me to scope back in when I start doing the other thing. Anyway, I want to show you what I've been doing and a little bit about what I've been doing. I don't know when the last time I showed y'all. I think y'all have seen all of these. Yeah, I think so. I don't think you've seen this one. This one was all about layers. This was fun. I really liked this class. Basically, his philosophy is more is more. He was Seth Abner, and his philosophy is more, and more, and more, and more. He had some cool stencils. I tell you, I'm going to have to start shopping in some stencils and work with some different stencils and stamps and what have you, and invest some. But again, then I think about, all the money I've already got invested, what I already have. So I'm just trying to make do with what I already have. But anyway, so that was that. And then I enjoyed this technique so much. I love this. This was so much fun and so loose. you didn't even have to think about it. It just flowed. This was from Tamara Laporte. It was her cosmic box. And of course she used a different symbol, and I was not going to put one, but my hearts are my favorite symbols. And so I figured I'd put a heart on him. But I'm going to use the same technique. I want to do portraits of my puppies. I have Shelby, who is black and white, and I think I'm going to use this and use blues, light blues, and some yellow on her. I can't decide if I want to use yellow or pink. I haven't decided. But I want to do her because she's black and white, and those are the colors I want to do her in. And then Crisco, he's white, and I'm thinking about doing him in a real light blue, a real light pink, and some yellow maybe. I don't know, but this was the most fun project I have ever done. I want to do this again, and like I said, I'm going to be doing art with Art in Action next Friday. That's what I'm doing. The Friday of the 1st is Friday afternoon of the 1st, evening of the 1st is I'm doing Art in Action down at the Conroe Art Gallery, and I think I'm going to do this technique on my two pups because it was easy, quick, and I don't have to think about it, and it's something that everybody can enjoy watching me do. So I think that's what I'm going to do is this technique on my puppies. I'm not even going to practice it beforehand or anything. I'm just going to wing it and see what happens. I did it here. I can do it there. So it's just one of those things. Then I did this one. This is not something I enjoy doing, but I learned a neat technique of dealing with acrylic inks. I didn't have any Indian inks that she used on the Panda Bear, but I had some black acrylic ink that I used, and that was really a fun project. It's basically watering down your piece, and then take your paint and barely touch the black ink and start putting it in, and it just kind of blooms and gives you the fuzziness of the bear. And then you take it and very lightly, take it in and do his white part of his face, because you can't really do stark white, you have to shade him in and what have you. And this was a cute piece. I enjoyed this piece, and this one was by Ida Anderson Lang, called Kindred Spirits Giant Panda. But she used a lot of watercolor pencils and ink, the Indian ink, and I think she did a little bit of acrylic, whatever. I did mostly the acrylic and the leaves, and I did watercolor for the moon. And I did some watercolor, but I didn't like the way it went, so I did intense pencils. Didn't like the way it went, so I went back over it with acrylic and did that. And so did this in watercolor. He was done in black acrylic ink, and this is all watercolor, and the leaves were done in acrylic. And then I can't do stars. I should have done hearts instead of stars. I'm kind of disappointed. But I used some watercolor gold, which I don't particularly care for. So I don't like my stars, but it was a project, and it was something fun and different. But it turned out okay. I'm okay with it. But I learned some techniques that I think I may use this on my little Shelby. Blooming in it. I don't know. I like this so much. This was the most fun project. I'm thinking, I think y'all saw this one already. And Inky Backgrounds, saw that one already. I'm not real sure. But the next one is a watercolor. I don't know if I showed y'all this one or not. I don't like it. That's why I probably didn't. It's called Expressive Mixed Media Portrait by Krista Forrest. I don't think I have showed y'all that. I've never done portraits in painting before, but I tell you what, I learned a lot of technique by doing this. She used acrylic, or did she? I don't remember. I have to go back and look at my notes. But the technique that she used was pretty cool. So I might try my hand more at portraits. I'm real good about sketching portraits, just sketching, not detailed pencil work, but just quick sketch and just fun sketch. But you know what? This turned out okay. I don't particularly like the piece because it needs a lot of work, but the technique I liked, and I may practice this technique in doing something else. So this was by Krista Forrest. This one was Diane Reevely about learning how to ink with acrylic inks, I think. Yeah, with inks, basically. That was fun and messy, but it was fun. Of course, y'all seen that one. And this one was by Color Crush Art Journaling by Andrea Garvey. That one was fun. Enjoyed that one. And of course, y'all seen this one. And you've seen this one, made a kind of a landscape out of tissue paper. And you've seen that one. And that one. And anyway, but I'm going down the line. The next one is a landscape by somebody. I don't remember who she is. I've got to pull all of her paperwork and do her. Well, really, the next one was doing a fried egg with modeling paste. I'm not into modeling paste. I mean, modeling clay and all that stuff. Not modeling paste, but modeling glue. Clay. I'm not doing clay, so I don't have the clay. I'm not going to go buy the clay. I might sketch an egg and see if I can't make it as realistic. I might do that. Anyway, maybe I'll do it after this. I don't think I'll have time because I've got a lot to do on this piece. But anyway, I'm going to put y'all in. And so y'all can see what I'm doing. And I've been sitting here trying to figure out how I can film while I'm at Artist in Action. I've been working on, I have a canvas over here, and I have a little setup. It might work. I may try it and see what happens and film while I'm doing Artist in Action. We'll see. Okay. Mixed Media Morsel by Cat Hand Edgewise. Her prompts today are fabric, scrape paint, add a button, and wax paper edge, which is very interesting. So let's see what we can do with that and go from here. And here we go with this little piece. And let's see. I'll go ahead and just show y'all what we've done. That was January. That was February. March, April, May. That was last month. And there you go. Today, we're going to do this one. Now, we're kind of in a... this is going to be interesting how this is going to work. I hate using that, but I don't want to break up the piece. So, well, I could, you know. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to continue it. I may... wonder if I put tape over it. Nope, I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to do some kind of a little landscape type with colors and scrape paint on. And then I have these little pieces of fabric that I thought would be cute as flowers. And then I've got these buttons to put in the center of them. Okay. And then we're going to go from there. I need some more of these because I'd like to cover that up. I don't know how I'm going to cover that up. You know what? I do know. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, we're going to do that. Make a little flower off to the side there. Okay. All right. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Busy. I want to make a sky. Let's see. What else have I been doing other than trying to catch up on the art stuff and doctoring? That's really all I've been doing. I can't think of anything else that I've been doing. Went to go see Jurassic Park with my kids. That was fun. Kids had their 14th wedding anniversary. Was it yesterday? The 16th. Yeah, I think that was yesterday. And they're on vacation this week. They're doing what you call a staycation. And it sounds like they're having a good time. I'm glad. Okay. Ugh. Yuck. I need to wipe it. I think what else? Don't know what else I've been doing. Yuck. Yuck. Throw that over there. All right. Okay. Make sure I didn't. Yeah, I kind of got some of it up there. Didn't I? Oh, well. Okay. Let's dry this up real quick. I have really been enjoying doing that little class, doing those classes, learning all kinds of techniques, and it has been really fun. And I know I can't do it on camera because it's I can't do it on camera because I have to watch what's going on. Some of it I can, some of it I can watch and go, okay, I can do this on camera. And I've done a couple of things with you guys on camera. The Artists in Action ought to be fun to watch. I wish I could do it live, but I'm afraid that it might offend some of the people there, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to film it and do it all by music. Well, we'll figure that out later. Me and YouTube don't like music. I mean, I like music. YouTube doesn't like my music usually. So I'll try to figure out how to do some stuff. I don't know. Oh, what a mess. I got to get this off because it's sticky. Okay, we're going to set that aside to dry. And then we're going to work on these little flowers. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to shred these flowers. I'm going to kind of give them a more of a flowery look. So I'm taking my awl and literally tearing the edges up. I was going to have all this done, but I thought, no, why not? I'll share it with all of you. It won't take me long to get it done. Let's see. I do know one thing. I don't like the smell of Murphy oil soap. I always keep a little tub of it over here in a coffee can to rinse out my acrylic pencils, pens, brushes, and stuff that's hard to get clean. But I tell you what, it does get things clean. Look how pretty my roller is. I threw it in there one night because it was so bad, and figured I'd, let it soak overnight. Oh boy, it took all that stuff off. I was so impressed. But what I do is I put some water in there, some Murphy oil soap in a coffee can, and then I have 2 glasses of water, one to rinse off the soap and one to rinse off the brush from the soap, and then a final rinse one. And then when I'm done with it, then I pour it all back into the coffee can until it's full, and then I put the lid on it, and then I trash it. I don't want it going down my sewer. I don't want it in my septic tank, let's put it that way, because I have a septic tank. And I don't want that acrylic to build up in the pipes and what have you. And I hear it's really not good for your pipes to put acrylic paint in it. So there you go. That's how I get rid of my acrylic paint. Sometimes if I don't have another means, then I put it down when I get ready to empty out the cat box, I'll throw it there. But this seems to be working fine. I kind of like this system. Let the garbage people deal with it. I'm sure they deal with worse. I need a new light ring. I've been kind of looking to see what I can find, and I can't. This one is going out on me. It keeps blinking. Yeah, it's blinking, and I can't get it to stop blinking. It's driving me crazy. Driving me bonkers. Okay, got that. All right, and I'm gonna, oh, that's what I wanted to do. Where's my scissors? quick, because I'm going to put it on the edge there on that tab. I hope this works out. I don't like that paint on this thing, but it's all right. Oh, we'll make do. Okay, I'm not gonna put a button on that. I just want to put that maybe on here to kind of cover that up. There we go. All right, let's, you know what? I am not in the mood to sew those buttons on. You know what? I'm gonna Fabri-Tac them. Oh, Fabri-Tac them. I'm gonna Fabri-Tac them. Okay, where's my Fabri-Tac? Okay, I'm gonna put this on here. So kind of cover that up a little bit. Okay, and this I'm gonna put this one over here. And these have got, are a little flat, so we're going to here and here, kind of, and I'm just going to do it in, yuck, do it in the center because I kind of want them 3D. My Fabri-Tac's snotting on me. Okay. Well, good grief. This stuff's nasty. Stuck. There we go. All right. Okay. I don't think I'm going to like this. You should have brought me some clean water over here, but I didn't. Okay. Oh, I wanted to kind of do a little cloud thing going here, but I don't think it's going to do. All right, I'm gonna. Didn't think to put a saying on this. Okay. Now for the wax paper thing. I'm going to. I found a way to dye this paper because I don't want it to. I don't know. Maybe I need to. Maybe it needs to be clear. I don't want it clear. I'm gonna dye this thing with some ink. I was gonna do it blue, but now I don't want to do it blue. So maybe I'll do it yellow. Is that all dry in there? Let's do it yellow. Okay. She said to make the paper lace to kind of, I'm sorry, gather it all up. I don't want, and bring it, but it's all wet, so I need to dry it before I do anything. So let's see if I can't dry it real quick. Okay, I need a paper towel. Let me get me a paper towel. Let's see if I can't dry it this way. Okay. Anyway, I think I can take this off now. Okay, I can take all this off now. I want to lighten this up a little bit, so I'm gonna do some brush work with a little bit of, let's see, just a little bit of, just kind of lighten it up around there. Of course, I'll take my Stabilo pencil and do something with it. You know me and my Stabilo. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's leave that there for now. Okay. All right, let's see if we can't do something with this little ruffle, make a ruffle out of this. Okay. She said to just basically make a ruffle out of this. Make a little small running stitch. Normally I would do this on a sewing machine, but I didn't want to get my sewing machine out. Got it pretty much put up because I haven't been doing a lot of journaling. Oh, I want to show you my new journal I made for writing, because I'm almost out of the other journal that I made here a while back. Okay, now basically let's up here, and then I'll cut what I don't need of it. And then we're just going to glue it on. Okay, where's my Fabri-Tac? Oh, come on, Fabri-Tac. You act like you're empty, and I know you're not. There we go. That's kind of cute. Okie dokie. Okay, we need to work on these flowers leaves a little bit. I want to put a saying on here. Let me see what we can find. Let's see what we can find in here. Okay. The power of kindness. That's a good one. Let's see what else we can find. Be radiant. When we do the best we can, we never know what miracle is wrought in our life or the life of another. Oh, I kind of like that one. It's a little bit big. I don't know about that one. It's kind of big. Not so sure I want it that big. I like that one. Sacrifice is an ongoing process, not a one-time payment. I like that one too. Let's see. Someday people will summarize your life in a single sentence. My advice is pick it now. Let's see. may sound corny, but it's really true. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. There you go. That's a good one. Innovation, integrity, and imagination. Oh, I kind of like that. There we go. Then it kind of matches. Why don't we do that one? It would be nice if I could cut it straight. There we go. I like that one. Let's cut the edges off. There we go. Gosh, I haven't used my glues in so long. I wonder if they even work. Yeah, it does. There we go. It's been a long time. There. Okay, let's find my Stabilo pencil and do something with this. Get some highlights and lowlights and shading done. It's not one of my favorite pieces, but okay, it'll do. Okay, I think that does it, y'all. There you go. We have our fabric, our scraped paint, we added buttons, and we have our wax paper edge. So there we go. That is done. I thank y'all from the top of my brain to the bottom of my feet. Please like and share and subscribe to my video. I would mostly appreciate it. And hit the notification button, let you know that I have a video coming up. They're not a lot of videos, but they're videos. I do have them. If you put the notification, it will let you know when I have one. So, otherwise, y'all have a most blessed day, and I will see y'all on Flip Flop. Bye.